Welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric. This is Keller's Grill Zevo. I'd like to start off by saying I won this Monument Griddle through Four Guy Outdoor Cooking and Monument Grills. They were having a giveaway, and I won this thing back in November. I'm just now getting around to opening it up. We've had some pretty bad weather, strong winds, we've had snow, we've had single-digit temperatures. And we got a pretty nice day today. It's supposed to be up near 70 degrees here in December. So we're going to get this thing open. We're going to look at it, probably try to give a review, get it burned off, and season it up. So let's get started. Now this is the model 56,000. It doesn't come with a lid. The model 55,000 does come with a lid. I'm thinking I'd probably prefer a lid. I've got a Blackstone 18-inch griddle that I had to add a lid to. My wife had found it at a garage sale for 15 bucks. I spent 30 bucks and got a lid for it, so our total investment for that was about $45. And bought me a cover for it. That was another 15 bucks, so we're probably in it for about 65 bucks, 60 bucks, something like that. But anyway, let's get this thing opened up and see what we got inside. There's the book. Here's the griddle. Pretty good sized griddle. Got plenty of room. It's supposed to be a 22-inch griddle. I'm thinking that's 22 inches for the entire unit, because this looks like maybe about 20. But it's got more room than that 18-inch griddle does. Some hardware, some legs, little rubber legs on it. This is going to be the grease bucket, I'm guessing. Yep, that's the drip tray into the grease bucket. I guess it goes on like that. Couple hangers for the hose. Well, it's definitely packed well. Getting this thing out of here might be a chore. Oh boy. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. There we go. All right, and there's the unit itself. 2-burner unit. Let's see if we can get this off. Not causing too much damage. Got the gas knob for your 20-pound propane bottle. If you don't have one, you're going to have to go to a store. They're going to cost you about 70 bucks for a 20-pound propane bottle. So that's 70 bucks we're out right now just to get this thing going. Because I do not see a connector for the 1-pound propane bottle at all. You got no choice. This is the match striker right here. Let's see if we can get this off. That's for lighting it with a match. Come on. You stick your match in there, strike it, light up your burner. Now here's our strikers right here. It's for lighting up that propane that comes through the burners here. You gotta push the knob and turn it. And then I definitely see a spark jump off that sucker. Yep, it's sparking. That one is too. They're both working. I don't see any dents on it anywhere. They packed it, they packed it pretty good. Now I've got a connector for a 1 pound bottle, a camp stove bottle, this kind right here. There's a connector. We're going to have to see if it's going to work or not. I don't know if it'll fit. If not, then I'm going to have to order one, I guess. Good Lord, that's on there tight. Nope, that does not fit. That does not fit. Well, I know that Monument has them on their website. They're not that cheap, and it also shows that they don't have any in stock. However, I went on Amazon and I found some online, pretty good price. Well, let's get this back on there. I guess we're going to have to run down the store and buy a $70 bottle of LP gas, some of that Blue Rhino stuff. And now my free griddle has come up to about 70 bucks before I can even use it. All right, we're going to get started putting these legs on. According to the instructions, it says to put them on like this. So that's what we're going to do. One down, 3 to go. Okay, that's all 4 of them. All right, now we're going to do the drip tray. According to the book, it goes on like this, like so. We'll get that screw in there. Put it down in there. Come on, baby. Get this one in this side. And that's that. This bad boy right here goes on right there. I suppose you could line that with a piece of aluminum foil. That way it'll be a whole lot easier to clean up. On to the next. Now, it's showing a couple of these screws go right down in here. And I'll tell you what this for. These holes right here, these are for the brackets for a lid. You can get a lid, but on the Monument site, they're not cheap. I believe the lid comes with the individual handle and side brackets, and total cost for all of that, just these 2 side brackets, the handle for the lid and the lid itself, 93 bucks. 93 bucks, and you have to buy each one of those parts individually just to put one on and make this 56,000 a 55,000. Well, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Anyway, we're going to put these brackets on, and all these brackets are for is just to hold this hose. It just holds that hose. That's all it does. But anyway, you could get the lid and the brackets from the Monument site. I couldn't find any on Amazon to fit this. But it's going to cost you to, there, I got both those hooks on. This doesn't seem very long, this hose, but I guess it's going to have to do. Have to stick that down in there. We're going to have to take that grease trap off. Get that over to the other side. And that's how you're going to store it. I guess that's how you're going to store it. I don't know, I can't see the cover covering all this stuff, especially with this. You're definitely going to have to take that off. Let's get it over to the bench and put this thing on it and get ready to do a burn off. Alright, I made it back from the store. Turns out those Blue Rhino bottles are only 15 pounds of propane, not 20. So I spent 70 bucks on a 15-pound bottle of propane just so I could do a burn off and season this thing. I don't know. It seems to me they should have thrown in that adapter, because that's a $20 part right there and they're out of stock. I'm going to have to get on Amazon and see if I can find one. But anyway, let's crack this open. We got gas. I don't know if that lit. I don't feel any heat. There we go. We got heat there. We got heat there too. Come on high. I'm gonna let that heat up. Burn some of that factory stuff off there. It's got some on the bottom side too, but what I'm gonna do is burn it off pretty good, and then I'll go through and I'll season it with some of this bacon up. I like this stuff. What I'm going to do on the bottom side, I'm going to flip that over and spray it with some Pam. Rub it down real good and get some of that crap off there. And kind of season the bottom side too, because I don't want, being uncovered until I get a cover for this thing, I just don't want it to rust. We get a lot of snow and moisture up here. We also get a lot of dust. So in the meantime, I'm going to let this heat up, burn it off, and I'll be back with y'all in just a minute. I got this set on max, so it's heating up. I can feel a little bit of heat coming out the side here. Not a lot. I feel more coming out the top. There's a little bit coming out the side. Not a whole lot. There's not a whole lot coming out the back either. It just feels just a little warm. Hopefully it's not going to burn my cedar back there. There's no heat down here. It's not even hot underneath. No, it's cool. It's cool down on the bottom, but it's definitely getting hot up top here. I feel it heating up good. I feel more heat coming out the sides, coming up around the side here, and maybe around the top of the back. But as far as back here against the boards, it's not hot at all. It's not hot. I've got that about, I don't know, 4 inches away from the wall. 4 inches away from my Blackstone. It's not hot. We're gonna let that burn off and then I'll season it. All right, it's burning off. I don't know. Can you see that smoke coming up off there? That's all that factory junk coming off of there. So it's burning off pretty good. It took a little while to get that heated up, but we're gonna get it. We're gonna get it. I'll be back in a minute. All right, I'm gonna put a scoop of this bacon grease on here. Let's see if we can spread it around a little bit. Well, it definitely got a forward lean to it. The Blackstone don't do that. Maybe I got something in there wrong. I don't think I do. I'm going to take Take my tongs here, and I'm going to use a lint-free bandana and spread this around. I may need a little bit more bacon grease, I don't know. But boy, that does smell good. It smells like breakfast. Got a nice layer of bacon grease on there now. Cook that on. And then what we're going to do, we're going to turn it off. We'll let it cool down a little bit. Then I'm going to come back with some of that Pam, that spray stuff, and do the bottom side. And do the sides. I'm going to go around the sides. And we're going to season this whole thing up pretty good. Be back in a minute. Alright, we got it cooled off a little bit. It's not cooled off a lot, but it's cooled off enough to flip it over. I'm going to go through this thing, spray it down with some of this Pam. I'm going to season this bottom side up pretty good too. Okay, I got this sitting how it's supposed to be sitting. I don't see any other way it can sit. Let's go ahead and turn this back on and see what happens. There we go. There we go. We got fire. I'm gonna turn that down, let that cook that oil in there. And then we'll be back. Here's some of the things I found. On the Monument site, the 1 pound tank adapter, which is not in stock, is $19.99. You're talking 20 bucks just for that adapter. So you can hook up your 1 pound camp stove bottle. Now the 55,000 lid with individual handle and the side brackets, which you all have to buy every one of those things individually, comes up to $93 if you want to turn your 56,000 into a 55,000. Now the 56,000 on Amazon with the cover is 80 bucks. The 56,000 on the Monument site is 170 bucks. If you want the cover for it, that's another 30 bucks. Now the 55,000 on Monument, that's the one that comes with the lid, is $220. The 55,000 with the lid on Amazon is $166. So when you get the propane adapter on Amazon, it's a generic propane adapter for a 1 pound bottle, 10 bucks on Amazon. You can find a cover on Amazon. It's not a Monument cover, but it'll fit. 20 bucks. So total cost there is $30. Just the cover on Monument is $30. If you want the tank adapter, that's another 20 bucks. So you're talking 50 bucks right there. Having said all that, I'd like to thank Poor Guy Outdoor Cooking and Monument Grills for setting up this giveaway. More than grateful to get this thing. I won this prize. Put it together, found out I'm going to need a few things. It's going to cost me a bit of money, but I guess it beats having to buy it all on my own, you know, because what can you say about free? Right? Anyway, we got everything burned off and seasoned up. So join me next time. What we're going to do, we're going to cook up some bacon wrapped sea scallops and some shrimp on skewers. And my wife is going to have some jambalaya cooking in the house. We're going to cook this stuff up on the Monument griddle here, get it mixed in with that jambalaya, and we're going to have some dinner. All right, see you next time.